Cinema 5D's IBC coverage. Sponsored by B&H, the professional sauce for all your video needs.
Hi, my name's Jeremy Young and I'm here at IBC, and I'd like to show you a few, just explain to you exactly why we believe you need an external recorder, especially on the more affordable cinema style cameras, which are being announced almost every show now by the large Japanese makers. And the one I have here is the C100, and a major question from customers is, the images from the camera seem, really nice, and why would I need to go to your external recorder? Well, the answer is because you're a business. We sell to businesses that make money from producing video. And what is important to those people is the time they spend on producing the video and the result at the end of it, also the creative process in their ability to tell stories for their customers. So what the Ninja does for you is it streamlines your workflow and records in better quality than the internal recording of the camera. And when I say better quality, the quality often is not apparent to most users when they look at the Ninja image versus the internal memory card recording of these cameras. But where the difference becomes very apparent is the time taken to transcode from MPEG into an editing format, which is native to the editing system. Now, the editing manufacturers like Adobe, Avid, and Apple, they know that if they have to support the 20 different types of MPEG codecs that are on all these different cameras, then they'll spend all their development time doing that. So what they did many years ago was say, we'll standardize every codec coming in to a format that we make our editing packages for. And means our effects are faster, and we can guarantee the quality to people of the way we process video. So they produce these 10-bit 422 codecs. Now the secret sauce is the 10-bit and the 422. What the 10-bit and 422 allow you to do is to put color correction, to bring graphics in on the timeline, to bring 3D compositing effects. And when you get it onto the timeline, these high bit depth graphics from separate packages like Photoshop, etc., and After Effects, when you bring them onto the timeline with 10-bit video, they play very, very nicely. You don't get any crushing of colors, and you keep the quality of your video. There's one more very important point. The MPEG formats, when on the timeline, and when are processed, they need to be unpacked and repacked every time an effect is applied. That degrades your quality of your video every time that happens. So most really professional people know, and if you're an independent guy coming up and looking to do the most affordable recordings and processing of those recordings in the edit world, the most important thing is to have 422 10-bit iframe only codecs. Photo every frame in the video is what you need. Recording that data its cost is very high. However, if you record to hard disks or SSDs, affordable SSDs and hard disks like we do, then your running cost and media cost is very low, so we're saving you money there. Your quality is very high because you're recording to an edit format. You're using the lens and sensor, amazing technology from the camera manufacturers, yet you're getting the most out of it in the professional post-production environment. Here I'm displaying the C100 with the Ninja 2, and this is a power-packed combination. We've been working with Canon for the last 5 months on the protocol coming out of the HDMI. They came to us and said, we want to remove SDI from our C300, and we would like to have a protocol to start, stop, and trigger your recorder, and we'd like you to help us develop that. So what we've done is, with Canon, implemented the time code here on the Ninja that you can see here is the same as the time code on the C100. This is bringing SDI functionality to the HDMI market. And the HDMI cameras are traditionally cheaper. They don't have the fixed facility infrastructure and heavy cost involved in SDI infrastructure. And so these are great for independent filmmakers and guys trying to really, on a budget, make an amazing video. What we can then do is start and stop both devices from the start-stop of the camera. And this allows you to basically ensure that you are always in sync. You're recording internally and externally. You have a backup record in the MPEG format, which you can always rely on, and you have the higher quality edit formats in ProRes and DNX to go straight into your editing packages, and we find that a very compelling story. The last thing I'd like to mention is, while you're recording, you can mark metadata tagged favorites on the screen that allow you to then pop the disc out and edit immediately. You can now start to cut edit immediately after the scene or the shot has been taken. And by the time you get back to the studio, you've done all your cut editing, and now you're just being creative with color correction, effects, titles, 3D graphics. And that's the compelling solution for an external recorder. It speeds up your workflow from start to finish and allows you more time for beer.